going on, Vikings Nation? Hope everyone has had a fantastic day up to this point. We have a little news update. This is coming from Minnesota MN Sports News on Instagram. They also got this piece of information from Ian Rappaport. But free agent offensive lineman Dalton Risner is set to visit the Vikings later this week, per Ian Rappaport. The veteran lineman has started 62 games over the last 4 seasons in Denver. Now, he started at left guard for the Denver Broncos those 4 seasons and has played exceptionally well. I think up to this point, I think he has only 7 total penalties in his 4-year career so far. Last year, he only had 2 penalties, only allowed 1 sack. So he's very good in that aspect of his game. However, I got from a very trusted source, Gage Madrid, the host of the Denver Broncos Syndicate. Shout out to him. If you are a fan of the Denver Broncos, I highly recommend going over there and subscribing to his channel. He's trying to make his way to 2K or something like that, so make sure to show him some love. But he basically told me that Dalton Risner is a nose in the dirt type of worker. Okay, he's a hard worker. He'll do what's asked of him. Very consistent, basically. But he struggles against the stunts. Okay, and has maybe a shorter end career in the NFL compared to what most offensive linemen would have, if I'm kind of taking what he said correctly. But there's a lot to improve on. I think he's would be a very, very good addition to the team because we do have holes at that offensive line. Being the right guard is a big question mark. Is it going to be Ed Ingram to start the season? Is it going to be Bobby Evans, who we signed from the Los Angeles Rams not too long ago? But if we sign Dalton Risner, I think that would mean that he would basically take over that right guard position away from Ed Ingram. And then our offensive line would be, at least in my opinion, one of the best offensive lines that we've had in maybe the past 4 to 5 seasons, maybe even longer than that, because you're looking at Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill at the tackle positions. Then you would have Ezra Cleveland and Dalton Risner at the guard, and then you'd have Garrett Bradbury at the center. And if things don't go as well, I mean, we have the depth now behind all of these guys where you can put Oli Udoh and Ed Ingram or Bobby Evans and stuff like that and kind of plug and place these players. But I think this would be a great addition to the Minnesota Vikings. This dude, look, I wanted us to draft Dalton Risner back in 2019. That didn't happen, okay? It is what it is. He was a 2nd-round draft pick from the Denver Broncos. He's from Colorado and stuff like that. But I really wanted him. He came out of Kansas State. He just seemed like the type of player that we would want our team to kind of help boost our line, which we've had trouble at for quite some time. And I think it'd be a great addition, all right? So he's set for a visit this week. That doesn't mean he's going to get signed or anything like that. I would love the Vikings to make this signing just because I feel like it'd be on the cheaper end of things, and it would help boost our protection for Kirk Cousins, even though he's really not great against the stunt. But Dalton Risner would be a fantastic addition to our Minnesota Vikings. So let me know what you think about this. Should the Vikings sign Dalton Risner and plug him in at that right guard position, or see how things play out? Also, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 1,000 subs on Minnesota Vikings Syndicate, only 24 away. And if you're on Minnesota Vikings Syndicate 2.0, hey, we're almost at 300 subs, so make sure to subscribe as well. Have a great rest of your night, folks, and Skol Vikes.